must be Wednesday. If we're here, if we're doing the thing, and it's just about 5 o'clock, a little beforehand, but getting there, it must be Wednesday. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back, my Soul Bard Collective. My name's Jen O'Malley. Let's go ahead and do our midweek sip from the Cup of Positivity. If you want to join us for some sprints on my main channel, Jenna the Soul Writer, this is the link to check out. And if you want to see some of my fellow author friends who are doing amazing things called Grounded Chaos, that would be the link to go after. Do we dare let dice, a D6, determine our roles? We've got a couple of friends in chat saying, sure, why not? Hello, Jess. It's good to see you. So we shall take 4 sips from today, the Pouch of Positivity. So, all of the ones we have used thus far no longer fit in the cup I was keeping them in. We have about 15 to 18 ones left in here before we start over. And here's all the ones we did on my main channel in writing sprints in the last year, plus here in the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, they no longer fit in my mugs, all in one mug. I'm actually looking at different ceramic soup mugs. Or maybe upgrading us to the Pouch of Positivity for good. I am not sure, but we have to do 4. No, I was not dragging out the D20 for this. I know better. Yes, landing on an 18 would work against us. So we get 4 sips and maybe some cards today. So let's see. Pouch of Positivity. Don't spit stuff at me, geez. All right, what do you want us to know? 1, 2. Hey, 3, 4. So first and foremost, I can and I will watch me. I can and I will watch. I think I've actually said that to my husband in the last year. I can and I will watch me. The next one says, sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take the step. I can and I will watch me. I see a theme starting already. The next sip says, from Ellen DeGeneres, we are reminded, find out who you are and be that person. That's what your soul was put on this earth to be. Find that truth, live that truth, and everything else will come. Say it with me, everybody. I can and I will watch me. It kind of feels like it could be one of those cheers, couldn't it? And above all, prove yourself to yourself, not others. You can and you have. I watched yous. This is something I've been thinking about lately as far as the proving yourself to yourself, not others. And a few friends of mine and I were chatting how it feels like even though our age range is from like 30s to 50s, Gen X plus a little bit of elder millennial, and yet we feel like we're united by one thing. We're like a collection of daughters with narcissistic mothers. Buzzword, but this. I think we're a generation of people, therefore, trying to prove ourselves to everybody else to have permission to be ourselves. Which leads us to saying things, I can and I will watch me, really, really maliciously, and we shouldn't. Because in that moment, when you say, I can and I will watch me, you want someone to cheer you on and say, dang right you will. At least that's the older brother I had growing up, who was that person. But prove yourself to yourself, not others. Sometimes that is the smallest step. Sometimes that is the smallest step, my friends. I think we need a dose of soul truth. I am well, but other people in my state, I live in Maryland, literally had a tower moment physically this week. I grew up in a neighborhood that sits north of the Chesapeake Bay. So to my Baltimore friends and family, I'm glad you're all safe. Huge hugs, huge hugs. Jess said, I can and I will watch me last night when someone had an and they don't need to have an unsolicited opinion about writing a series. You chose to write a series. That is your small step, sweetheart. You're being tested on it. Are you really serious about that? That's kind of what I've taken. This was even back when I was growing up and went with my mother to church. She's Catholic. The pastor of the church, Father Roach, amazing guy. Like literally, even to this day, if he were still with us, I am non-practicing and I would love to sit down and have a conversation about philosophy and theology with the man. Mind you, he knew he served a parish that was in inner city Baltimore, so having an open mind kind of came with the job. And therefore, some of the conversations he had with us kids and trusted to have with us kids was, and he would acknowledge stuff like that. You know, life sends you tests when you commit to stuff. And I can and I will watch me. You're not just saying that to a person. When we say that, the universe, regardless of your religion and spirituality, listens and says, okay, pop quiz. Pop quiz. As a former educator who served the public schools here in the U.S., I can attest. There are times when my students would say, I know everything to pass your class without even trying. That's a hint to me. I need to step it up because I made it too easy as your teacher. So I assume the universe works on that continuum in reverse. Religion and spirituality aside. So speaking of spirituality, soul truth, my friend, it's been a while. How have you been? What do you want to tell us? Ooh. So what risk can you take? Going back to that small step, right? Sometimes step and risk are the same thing. Be not mistaken, my friends. You will have to take bigger risks than you have ever thought possible on this path toward your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap. Sarah Cannon, one of my favorite authors and a mentor of sorts to me, she says, you know, there's this feeling of your quantum leaping and collapsing timelines. And then all of a sudden what happened in Baltimore happened. And I'm like, I felt those waves from that water. Who took a leap? Do not fret because your soul has wings. Some of us may feel like we're just earning our wings right now. Kind of like baby birds, because it feels like there's a grove of trees surrounding a field behind my house, and some woo-woo witchy friends will understand what I meant there. Yeah. And there's a ton of baby birds singing and getting ready to sing. And I'm definitely feeling that getting new wings energy right now. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. Right? Meow, as Matt Schaefer, Victor Odo, and Aaron Doty would say. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you're really made of. I literally have a sign that is hanging in the corner across the room from me that says Focus Fox, and down to clown mode says let's around and find out. Fill in the blanks if you like YouTube. Fill in the blanks because not any word would fit there. Just got a little more sassy and blunt, but we'll just leave it at I can and I will watch me. There you go. Keep it friendly. Keep it friendly. Sometimes the sass is needed. Sometimes you get it back tenfold. Sometimes the sass is needed. Sometimes you get it back tenfold, my friends. So, Cats Against Anxiety. 3 good things. Reflect on your day so far and identify 3 good moments. Ooh, let's do this together right quick. 3 good moments today. If you're watching on the replay, add them in the comment box. 3 good things that happened to you within the last 24-hour period. I'll make it really specific. I am one step closer to taking a spring break that I have yet to tell some people on my other channel about. That's a good thing. I woke up this morning. It's been a busy day. I just got off work. There's my third one. So there's my three. And they can be simple. It's that first step of maybe acknowledging that right now my truth is I have the day job, but I'm not going to have it forever. I'm saying this because some of the people listening live and on the replay are probably feeling that too. Your current situation is temporary. When you pass the test that you've laid out in front of yourself by saying, I can and I will, watch me, that's when you're really going to see the shifts that you want to see happen. That's when your wings are going to prove if they can keep you up or not. You've always been worth it. I adore all of you. Thank you for being here. Take care of you. See you for sprints in about an hour or so.